welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Pour here on a Monday. Barnes and Tony, once again, what's going on, brother?
Happy to be back here, dude. Feels like forever, honestly, since Friday. Kind of crazy, but dude, stoked to kind of recap the crazy weekend that was of sports. Definitely a lot of surprises for me, at least, and obviously, I guess a good Ranger win, I suppose, too.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll talk about that for it's like a Matthew Ryan today for about 30 seconds. But nice to get the win. Also, I mean, let's talk about the most important thing of the day, and that would be wishing Donna Lee Fender.
There we go, baby.
A happy birthday.
Yeah.
One of our biggest supporters. We love you, and hope you have a great day.
Happy birthday, Donna.
Happy birthday, Donna.
On a day over 25.
Or 29. So yeah, a lot to get to. The football was unbelievable. Obviously, some baseball news. Bichette, the Mets.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
And then Chris got her up, winning the Sony Open, and we probably really won't be able to talk about that at all. But quite the tournament for got her up, 16 under par, and went 63, 69, 68, 64. So he takes home $1.638 million. And I have to say, I actually probably watched about 15 hours of the Sony Open over the weekend because you had ESPN Plus coverage running all day.
Oh, true.
And got her up, by the way, 26 years old. This was his third career PGA Tour win. So congratulations to him. Also, I got to see a good amount of Vijay Singh. How about the nostalgia, Tony? The 05 champ at the Sony Open, 62 years young, making the cut.
Right.
And I believe he finished, I want to say, was it 39th?
39th for the Fijian?
40th. Tied for 40th, 5 under par.
I
mean, I think people don't realize how difficult that is to do. And I'm sure, I see Riley Souza is in here. I'm sure he was riled for VJ.
No, he probably was.
But that's awesome. You love to see that. So that's really what I wanted to mention there. Also, we'll get the American Express starting on Thursday. So we'll talk about that Wednesday. And then really, honestly, one of the best stretches, the early season West Coast swing, you got to appreciate it because it'll be American Express in Palm Springs. Then we're going to go to La Jolla for Torrey Pines. And then we go to the Waste Management Phoenix Open, the lead into the Super Bowl. That's always great watching that final round before the Super Bowl starts. So golf getting in full swing. Before we know it, we'll be on the course. Josh B., Kev Do. They got so lucky with the picks, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's start with the comments.
Absolutely, dude. People were riled in the comments today, obviously. Matthew Gaber off the rip says, let's go,
Matty
dude.
Boy,
What's up,
and we
Matty?
know he was so riled that the Bills lost. The
Definitely,
Cousins,
dude. Yep.
We know. But it ends up, and again, we'll talk about it, I'm sure, but it ends up resulting in, we just found out before the show started, Sean McDermott canned. So they will be added to the list of teams looking for a new head coach.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Josh B., speaking of crazy, says, yo, what up, fam? Happy birthday to Donna. That's right, absolutely. Riley Souza also in the house is Patriots playing for the AFC Championship. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. He's especially hyped, dude.
No, and the Patriots have to be the luckiest franchise ever. Like, they deserve that win. Their wins so far in the postseason, that's for sure. But to have the Bo Nix ankle injury, Stidham, a guy that they drafted as a bust,
right?
And now he's going to start against them. That is just so unfair. It's not even funny.
But how crazy would that upset be, dude?
Oh, it'd be great. I'd be cracking up.
Right.
But the only thing is I wouldn't be cracking up too hard because for the picks, like we talked about,
right?
Most likely we're going to be on the Pats side, given that we have
dude.
first pick. But honestly, I think I still would be able to be mature enough to be able to enjoy the Patriots not winning that game, because talk about a silver platter, Riley. But don't worry, because your Red Sox are going to be on a silver platter for us this year. All the 35-year-old AARP guys going to the Red Sox this year, so I wouldn't get too excited.
And Josh B says here, Riley only coming out of hiding when his teams are winning.
Yes.
Riley claps back to Josh B. That's every day.
Every day in terms of coming out of hiding? Or I don't understand what.
Yes.
Is that, okay.
Yes, dude. In terms of coming out. And then Patty says 39. My mother in the house says, hi, fellas.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mom. Josh B says, what up to Coach? And then
Yeah, go to Luck, because Josh B, his favorite thing is just to argue with me every single day. And sometimes he has to just have a reality check. Like, you could have not gotten more lucky with the picks this weekend. The catch with Brandon Cooks, again, we'll talk about it. So you have that happening. And then Caleb Williams, come on, that throw. And then Josh will be like, oh, Josh, you saw it. You know what's happening. I know you're chuckling right now. So let's not do the alter ego to pretend like I'm crazy, okay? So just wanted to get that out
there. Riley texted me some tweet by, I guess, this guy Jordan Moore. I don't know who he is, but he says he wants me to read this out loud, and I'll I guess not patronize him. I forget what the word I'm using is. In any case, he says the Patriots went to 5 Super Bowls, won 3 of them, lost Tom Brady, drafted a bust, rebuilt the team, drafted another franchise QB in Drake May, and then won a playoff game. All since the Jets' last.
But the thing with that is that doesn't hurt, because that's just the way it's always been. We all know the Jets suck, Riley. I'm just saying you couldn't have got more lucky. So it's just like,
I mean, do you think it's luck?
Some stat and what Jordan Phillips or whoever on Twitter's talking about. It's like, it doesn't matter. Yes, it's lucky, dude. Like, you can't a backup quarterback in an AFC Championship.
Bo Nix
the Broncos could win. I understand that, but they're not. Okay, and I know Nick Foles is all riled up, and I would love to see it, but you just got a free ticket to the Super Bowl.
No, yeah. I mean,
and you got the easiest schedule in the league, by the way, on top of it. So you did.
No, I was going to ask you, because obviously people, that was a common sentiment, going into the playoffs. But also a common sentiment was that the Patriots were going to lose, their first playoff game because of that.
No, but not to the chart like that. You know what I mean? It's like the Chargers, their playoff history, then the weather. You knew that wasn't going to happen. Then you're going against the Texans, and it looks like I could play better quarterback than C.J. Stroud. So it's just like a lot of things have broken their way.
And then Ernie with the and he says F the Bears with the laughing
so
emojis.
Riled about that. And you know what, Ernie? I think it's just they should have lost, because that was the luckiest throw. That was the luckiest throw I've ever seen since Russell Wilson in that 2-point conversion play against the Packers, where they end up going to the Super Bowl, and then Pete Carroll or Darrell Bevel decide to give it back there on the 1-yard line. Another Patriots luck thing.
And then Josh B says Stidham revenge game, but obviously we think not, Josh B.
Yeah, train wreck.
You think any chance though?
No, I mean, if I had to give a percentage, 5. You?
I was saying like 15.
I mean, the only thing is like some people think Bo Nix isn't that good. Like Pooch was kind of talking about that, but I still think it's like, okay, but compared to Jarrett Stidham, and also we want to say Bo Nix isn't that good. So then what's CJ Stroud?
Yeah,
Bo Nix is way better than CJ Stroud. It's not even close.
Right. No, you're totally right. It's pretty interesting hearing you talk about this, how Bo Nix not that great, CJ Stroud not that great, Drake May, Patriots easy schedule. I mean, like
Drake May is great though. That's the one thing we all can agree
on. But I mean, I don't know. Do you think these playoff matchups are kind of like soft? Like, is that what you're like?
No,
kind
it's
of
just
getting to,
it's
or?
just that Bo Nix injury thing just messed everything up. Yeah, that's all it is. Okay. Rams Seahawks is gonna be great.
Riley, I guess, worried he has to go to the altitude. I guess, but...
no, because they've lost there before, and I'll never forget. I was chuckling. Listen to actually how funny this is. So this was like the first ABC trip I ever went on, and it was like 10 years ago, and it was Peyton Manning versus Brady, AFC Championship game. I leave early because we're supposed to get a snowstorm where we'd have to stay there another day, and then you couldn't really watch the games that good there, so I didn't want to miss all the games.
Okay.
So I paid for my own flight, go home early, and we flew from Bradley, so I had to fly to JFK, take the AirTran to get home from JFK, then go to Grand Central.
Oh my gosh.
This is such a thing. And then at home, I don't know where the key is, or the garage door is locked. Had to bust the front window to get in. But I wanted to see Championship Sunday that bad. And then to see the Broncos beat the Patriots, Riley. That was awesome. Honestly, that was.
It was worth smashing your front window.
Oh, absolutely. I would do it all over again.
How did you smash it? With your elbow?
Yeah. It's honestly easy to smash it with. Like, obviously, yeah, you're going to go, Kevin D would be like, oh, I can fucking take it. And like, bare fist it.
Oh, my God. All right. Ernie in here also says it's a beautiful day. He says, let's go Yankees. FTM. And he says, let's go Lake
Let's go
Show.
Yankees. Wait, what's FTM?
Are you being like facetious?
No. Oh, no. I swear to God, no, because tell me that I'm not wrong here. I don't know if anybody's used that.
Only Ernie. Only Ernie
not
uses
much. I don't think he's done that much.
No, yeah, he does
Really?
it often, yeah.
Okay, I guess I've just never done it, so I didn't recognize it. In all seriousness, I know you think I'm like joking around, but I actually didn't know what that meant. Because I thought he would just say it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Be careful. You may have another smashed window later, you know?
Yeah, from Josh B, because like he has to disagree with every single thing about the Yankees. No, Barnes is automatically wrong. Dude, I've been around for years. I watched all. No, he's so wrong. He's so wrong. You can't be positive about anything. Barnes is so wrong. Like that's the first thought in his head every time he wakes up in the morning.
Oh my goodness. All right. And then Ernie with the oh boy, here we go, LMAO. Josh B, I'm not Kev.
Whoa! No, I want to know how we got lucky. Explain to me that. Because you thought CJ Stroud was supposed to beat the Patriots? Get the hell out of here, Josh. There was no luck. Like, right? Or am I missing something? I just explained how lucky they got before, didn't I? Or no? Was that off air?
You did. No,
Yeah.
that was on air.
Yeah.
And then Ernie says, Barnes, you are crazy, but you are our crazy son of a bitch.
No, but see, I would say you guys are crazier because you know what it is? I think all of them, they're not used to they're not used to like the pushback that I give them. That's the thing. They have like these ideas, and that's the way everything's supposed to be with the teen Ninja Turtles or whatever you want to call it, and like with the Yankees that like we always have the sky is falling, everything's terrible, and they're used to yes men around them. But I'm not going to be that. I'm going to say it as it is, and like I told you, I don't have the patience for bullshit, so I'm just not going to let it happen. And for Josh to say that we got lucky with the picks, honestly, I would say that is the worst take I've ever heard in my life, and I have Tony's backing on this. I know I do.
I do back you on this one.
There was no luck. There was no luck. Get the hell out of here.
They were good picks. They were good picks,
luck,
dude.
No luck.
And then Josh B, I guess back to what Riley was saying. What a diss. The Jets suck. Duh. Laughing at himself. Josh B. Oh, I guess Josh B's off today, MLK Day, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That makes sense. Riley says we went 4-13. I don't care.
No. Listen, Riley. Like you did great with drafting May, with bringing back Vrabel, the roster, all of that stuff. But I'm just saying everything fell into your lap in terms of the schedule, the opponents in the playoffs, and now playing a backup quarterback, who's terrible, and you guys have an insight to.
Yeah, no, it is a dream scenario, if you will. Riley says this is awesome, obviously, and then Josh says he was wide open.
I think he's talking about the Caleb throw, but dude, he did a dance. He did a dance, did literally a pirouette, Josh, and then just hooked it up, and he happens to catch it. I mean, come on, on fourth down, absolutely ridiculous.
And Josh B says, "Fick the Mets." Not really sure what he means there. Clearly, he corrected himself.
I think day off, the clause.
Definitely. My mother here, who definitely is a Bills sympathizer, does say so sad about those Bills. What mistakes in overtime. Mistakes all game, unfortunately. We're going to get into it, Mom.
Turnovers.
The turnovers, yes. I know my parents were watching on Saturday.
There we go. Your mother, a big Bills fan for the state of New York.
New York, yep. Buffalo.
It's New York.
It's New York. Come on. And then Jeff says, who the F said that? I don't know what he's referring to.
No, about
though,
what I said about how he wakes up every day and says that I'm wrong. I don't care, Josh. You don't even listen to what I say.
You don't listen, Josh.
You just default to that I'm wrong. And it's just like, come on, man. It's just like, have some middle ground. Yeah. Button it up. Show that maturity, your wiser years. Let's see it, Josh. Let's see it, okay?
I think this is a conversation his wife has had with him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course.
You never listen to me.
Yeah, no, literally. I'm so dumb, right? I don't watch more innings than everyone else, right? I have no idea what I'm talking about, Josh. No idea. I don't even watch the games, right? I just text. I don't watch. I text. Okay? No, the thing that really got me going yesterday, I really hope he's watching, is JD is even worse than Josh with that. Like, his number one goal is just to text stuff that he knows I disagree with, it, and he just wants me to, like, flip out. All year, JD, on his show, he's got banners of Volpe striking out in the background. literally every day, like just completely hammering that he's terrible, he's terrible, he's terrible. And then just because I say in the group chat, like, yeah, Caballero should be the starting shortstop. Volpe's done. He can't play. He's the worst shortstop in the league. Oh, I believe in him. I know he's going to have a big year next year. That's what JD said. Oh, really? Yeah, JD. As JD would say, sure, JD, sure.
I guess Josh B's getting a good kick out of this here. And then, I guess he says, "See, you're right, I'm wrong, but you say that I say that."
Because the difference is, Josh, I actually agree with you on things. I actually like listen to what you're saying. Anything I just say, anything positive, right away, it's Josh B with the hammer every single time. Wrong, every single time.
And then, I guess he says, "Yes, men. What are you talking about?"
I'm just saying when you have JD or Ernie with it, everything's terrible. Oh, Jones and Dominguez, are you crazy? Oh, Yankees have any chance this year? Oh, it's not a complete joke. Oh. That's what I'm talking about, Josh.
And then he says you do the same thing.
I do the same thing, except I don't disagree with everything you say. That's the difference, Josh.
I guess we can, at that point, scroll down here where he says, like what? What do you agree with me?
There's been so many things. Like, it's like, I can't get the checklist, but you can't tell me with a straight face that I disagree with you more than you disagree with me. You disagree with every single thing that I say, and you can't say the same thing about me.
And then he says again, like what?
Come on,
pick
Josh.
one.
Come on.
And then I guess Ernie says, remember, no, he's not going to remember Matilda. Matilda's overrated anyway. Yeah. But he says, Barnes, you can't start though because you were all on board of getting rid of the kids.
But this is when you and Josh slant things to make it look better for yourself. All from the start of the offseason, I said, yes, I'd want Tatis. Yes, I'd trade Jones. Yes, I'd trade Dominguez. But my whole point, Ernie, is Tatis isn't available. And I said that from the start. If you go back, that's what I said. I said, if some star is available, yes, let's trade them for him. But if it's for some mediocre guy, then yeah, I would rather have the prospects. And that's the reality of the situation. And you and Josh and JD and I don't know, Salicata can't tell me better that it's not better off playing Jones and Dominguez rather than giving Bellinger $150, $160, $170 million. It's going to be a terrible contract.
And he says, beginning of the offseason, it was sign every big star.
Yeah, they're not there, Ernie. Like, it's just like, this is a Josh B argument. You're arguing to argue. It's like, I'm going off what the options are now. You tell me then, Ernie, the better option right now. You want to give Bellinger 7 for 210? Absolutely not.
And then I guess he's saying Barnes is applying to Yankee GM LMAO, and I don't know. It's not really, I guess, here we go. Josh B says, but I don't ever change my opinion based on your argument. Just stop Barnes.
But you're laughing because you know it's true. You just everything I say. I want to hear you dispute that you don't any positive thing I say. I want to hear you dispute that you don't say automatically. I'm crazy. I'm lying. I'm making it up. Every single time you say that.
He says, you're the one getting hyped. I'm not arguing, he says.
But you're laughing because you know it's right.
You're laughing.
Just like when I was texting you on Saturday. You knew I had a point. You were trying to say I was popped, but how many claws did you have, Josh? Come on.
And he says, I'm laughing because you sound ridiculous, not because you're right. And Ernie says, no, he laughs when he argues. It's a psycho trait.
Oh, my God. What about psycho? Just saying that every single thing is going to go wrong for the Yankees. That's psycho. But anyway.
I mean, if you're relying on Anthony Volpe, maybe.
Yeah. No, that was a good one, JD.
He's saying you're talking out of your ass, dude.
No, he just come on. I know he knows what I'm talking about. I don't need to go on about it anymore. I'm just saying, just point taken, point made, and let's go to the world of the National Football League.
This kid is special, man. You didn't think to do that.
Gonna run for it. He got it, and there he goes. Oh, the play of the year in the NFL. Throws intercepted by Surtain. Nobody's going to catch him.
Jones through the end zone. Touchdown.
Quincy Williams leveling Murray. There he goes. Jamar Chase.
Not yet.
Touchdown Bengals. Stafford. Williams. What a hit by Budda Baker. Budda Baker just saved the touchdown.
His NFL segment is brought to you by Velvet Llama, premium canned cocktails crafted by NYC bartenders with a playful spirit. Enjoy their award-winning espresso martini with Italian espresso and chocolate notes, the crisp Moscow Mule with Nigerian ginger, or the spicy margarita with organic agave and jalapeno. These ready-to-drink treats are made with the finest ingredients. Grab yours at velvetlama.com and ride the smooth wave with Velvet Llama. Obviously, the games this weekend, absolutely nuts, other than Seahawks 49ers, which really doesn't even deserve a mention. And it's just crazy to think that game, once Rashid Shaheed took the opening kickoff to the house, that was the game. Because Niners only scored 6 points. Seahawks put up a 41 spot. So you got Mike McDonald winning in his playoff debut and will play this week for a trip, to the Super Bowl. Darnold didn't have to do much, oblique injury or not. 12 of 17, 124, a touchdown. Kenny Walker, the nitty-gritty, 19 for 116, 3 scores. And actually, Cooper Kupp, for a change, leading the team in receiving 5 for 60.
Who would have thought?
Get the old revenge game against the Rams on Championship Sunday, 6:30 on FOX. Tommy and Kevin Burkhardt. Tough end of the year for the Niners, but they were just overmatched. The injuries got to the best of them, but I think there's nothing other than to hold your head high here for Kyle Shanahan. All he had to endure, and he would just hope that next year, and some people say it's the management of the players, the practices, who really knows volume, snaps, but they will actually get some injury luck next year because they're definitely due for that. So it's just a good season for the Niners, comes up short. And Seattle, is a machine, and they definitely are the best versions of themselves since they were last in the Super Bowl.
Crazy.
Obviously, that one didn't go their way, but this defense is unbelievable, and it feels like Darnold doesn't need to do too much. It'll just be interesting to see, I would say, a big step up in competition with the Rams next week, but just how he plays against them. That's one that I can't figure out, and I'm glad that Josh and Kev are going to have to figure that one out. Because I have to say, I can't figure it out. I would just say, first thought, I feel like I would go Seattle. I want the Rams to win, but I feel like Seattle is just a juggernaut.
Obviously, I know, you mentioned Niners. We know about the injuries and whatnot, but clearly, their defense was helping out a lot, and I guess special teams, sure, but I don't know. I would like to think though that the Rams can kind of corral Kenneth Walker a little bit, right? I don't think the run defense will be better.
Yeah, I would say so. I think the thing that stands out to me is this Seattle defense. I just feel like they're talk about buttoned up.
Yeah,
And
I guess you would imagine JSN has a better game too, maybe next week as well, right?
Yeah, I would say JSN has a better game, but then also I think the Rams will go into this game saying, we're going to let Sam Darnold beat us. We're going to stack the box. We're going to have one-on-one matchups with Darnold, blitz him, and just see what he does. I would think that's the plan. Chris Shula, grandson of Don, Tony, obviously offers some head coaching jobs. He's going to be dialing some stuff up.
And it would be interesting to see too. Maybe another week goes by where Darnold can, recoup the oblique. Maybe he drops back more than 17 times.
Yeah,
17 times.
124. Not going to get it done against the Rams.
No, it's definitely not, dude. So it should be interesting to see that. And like you, I am glad that the TCA has to make that pick.
Yes, exactly.
Good luck.
So that was the worst game of the weekend. All the other ones were pretty solid, and you could argue the best game was between the Bills and the Broncos, even though the Rams and Bears had something to say about that. But Broncos end up winning 33-30, and just another heartbreaking loss for the Bills. And obviously at the top we mentioned that this ends up costing Sean McDermott his job. Maybe that was going to happen anyway, unless they won the Super Bowl. But so much to dissect about this one. Obviously the thing that stands out is the Allen, the 5 turnovers, but also, really the talk of the weekend, Tony, the Brandon Cook situation, the catch, the no catch, seems like general sentiment. It might not be a landslide, but it seems like general sentiment is they feel like Brandon Cooks completed the catch and the ball was ripped out after his knee was already down. What was your thoughts on that play? Because that obviously changed the game and gave really the Broncos the victory.
Yeah, no, it definitely did. I don't know, man. It's really tough. I saw a lot of people comparing it to
the Xavier Worthy catch from last year, or no?
No. I think it was a Bills-Pats game, I think, earlier this season.
Okay.
Where it was, a similar situation, but the Bills were on defense at that point. It was for the Patriots, and they called it a catch. So obviously you hate to see like inconsistencies when it comes
the
to
Adams
scenarios like
catch,
that, dude. The Adams catch
Yeah.
as well. I mean, like again, I mean I feel like, especially in a world where even though there are rules, all sports, it seems like that some of these rules leave a gray area, leave things up for interpretation. So what you really want to see the most is just consistency out of the entire crew of the refs, you know, for every game. You know, that kind of I feel like is a good example of everyone having kind of like, I guess, a fair chance, I suppose. But I don't know, dude. Again, I'm not really exactly sure the rule on it, but in my opinion, I feel like there was a fight for the possession while they were going to ground. No?
Yes. It's the problem with that is there was no camera angle where you could see for sure Cooks has the ball like securely, that it's not coming out. It just the way where the defender was, like you couldn't tell.
Right.
And I think again, and it sucks when this happens because it's like, oh well, if it's called the other way, it's not gonna overturn. But I think it's just like they were gonna stick with what was called on the field, and I'm pretty sure it was the play stands, not the play confirms as well.
Right. Yeah. So again, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, obviously you're looking at a game like this under a huge microscope, big stage, big teams, close game. But at the end of the day, dude, like if Allen if he was better, they would have won. Like that's
if he didn't turn it over 5 times.
If he didn't turn it over 5 times, we won that game. I'm not gonna boil this down to one play. And I think I'm not gonna sit here and say that like in ill of Allen. Because I mean, listen, you saw Josh Allen at the podium after the game, full accountability, let his team down. He knows that. So I don't know. I mean, I think it's. I mean, a lot of people are saying that the refs destroyed this game and destroyed the run for the Bills, but I don't know. I think the Bills just can look in the mirror, you know?
Yeah, too reckless with the football, and it does it, and it does them in. But it's a shame. I thought Bills Pats round 3, that would have been great.
Yeah.
And you just hate too that. You know, after Denver gets the ball back, they get into field goal position, but Bo Nix on the scramble breaks his ankle. You know, they announced right after the game. No one saw it. No one
Absolutely
knew.
Ridiculous.
So, you know, like we said, Stidham is going to be the quarterback. So that just kind of puts a damper on things. But obviously, Denver did go 14-3, and there are a lot of people, you know, who are saying, like, all season have said that, oh, Bo Nix isn't that good. So then you just think about that. It's like, well, Can the other parts of Denver and Sean Payton, the great coach that he is, can he dial something up, come with some type of game plan? And he did kind of, you know, like every coach is going to say at the podium that, don't sleep on Stidham and all this stuff. Everybody too kind of making fun of his get up after the game.
Oh, really?
With the coat and stuff. It says he looks like he's the star of a Western on Paramount Plus, like with the,
I can
the
see
jacket
that.
and stuff. Which was kind of funny.
That was tough for him to see him come out again and say that, dude.
Yeah. No, really, really tough. And I forgot because of the whole, you know, nonsense with Josh B. But we're used to it. But what did you say percentage of them being able to win?
I think it's a 15.
15.
15%, dude. So, you know, again, I guess you can say a shooter's chance, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I hope it's a good game. But a lot of times, though, I will say we do look at games and we go, oh, that's going to be a blowout, and then it ends up not being like that. So I think there's a good chance. And by the way, this line started at 5.5. It's been brought down to 4.5 already. So now when we do our picks, is there going to be any nervousness on your part that, oh, the 4.5 win by 3, kind of like Kev Du and Josh getting lucky with that 3.5 with the Bears? Any you know, will there be any hesitation there, or it's just simply I'm not betting on a backup quarterback? I don't care what the number is.
Yeah, dude, I don't care. 4.5.
Foles, like you're basically telling Foles to fuck off.
Basically, yeah, absolutely, dude.
Now, what do you think about the decision to get rid of McDermott? You think it was time, or?
I mean, I guess. You know, obviously the amount of times McDermott has brought the Bills to the playoffs, especially with Allen. 16 times, I guess, right? 16 times?
8-8.
They're 8-8. Oh, not 16 times.
16 games.
16 games.
Yes.
8-8 of those 16
8 out of
games.
9 years.
Which is, I mean, that's a great record, you know? But I don't know, man. I mean, it's tough, dude. I mean, I feel like if I were the Bills and, like, if Harbaugh was still available, it may have been, like, a snap call for me the next day. I'm not so certain, honestly, dude. Because, I mean, I guess they're, like, I don't know. People seem pretty hyped about some of the coaches available. Even their OC stepping in. Why am I blanking on his name? Joe Brady. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But I don't know, man. I mean, I guess regardless, dude, whoever they bring in is gonna have a really good like roster,
Right.
quarterback, a good scenario he's walking into. But again, I mean, you're talking about like you're coming in here and the pressure is like to win the Super Bowl, like your first year.
But it's still a dream to have a quarterback like Josh Allen, who's going to turn 30 in May, to have him in the firm prime of his career. Plus, with the thought process, they're going to get a number one receiver the offseason. I think that's going to be the number one priority.
Do you think it was a good move then?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it's Harbaugh. It was time, and I know it was less time, and I know, I think they hadn't made the playoffs in 17 seasons before Sean McDermott came to Buffalo, but you couldn't get over the hump. You had to go with someone different. And I know it's tough because the obvious candidate isn't necessarily there. I mean, you have a guy like Mike McCarthy who has won a Super Bowl before, but then people were talking about, well, was that on Rodgers? And then what happened in Dallas? Is he not really that good? As the game passed him by? And then it's like Mike Tomlin has said he's going to take the year off, but does an opening like this change his mind? All he had to endure, with starting like Mason Rudolph and a compromised Aaron Rodgers and a Kenny Pickett. It's just been a turnstile, Tony, since Big Ben left. I agree. I agree. I mean, it should be an option for him. I think it would be an amazing opportunity for him.
I know Rick and Dave this morning were also talking about Belichick coming back to the NFL with Buffalo. If you were the Bills and you had your pick of the litter, like Belichick's available, Tomlin available, McCarthy available, Joe Brady available, who are you going to pick?
Don't you think that, like, if it was even just right after the Patriots let him go, it would make a lot of sense? But what we've seen out of Bill Belichick last couple of years seems a little wacky. And then just also, though, at the end with New England, very detrimental to what was happening with that team. It seems like the game is passing by.
Yeah.
Like terrible roster decisions. And like every time, he wants to be the general manager. I mean, the talent evaluation, are you kidding me? Benching Mac Jones for Bailey Zappi. Having Matt Patricia be the offensive coordinator. Don't you think Belichick, I mean, he's done. He's kind of losing it a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, definitely, I guess his view in the limelight's been pretty negative. The girlfriend, Carolina, not good. Yeah, no, it's not good.
I mean, personally, if I were the Bills, I would just go after the veteran coach and then just make sure you either retain Joe Brady or bring in one of the top offensive candidates. And what's another interesting name that people have thrown around? Maybe it would just be for the OC job, so you could bring in like a Tomlin, for instance, would be Brian Dable, because how Brian Dable got the Giants job. The Giants job was because of what he did with Josh Allen. He was an assistant under Belichick, an assistant under Saban in Alabama. I think as the offensive coordinator, be a home run job. I think you could question the move as a head coach, but as the OC job, I think that'd be great. But then again, maybe you bring in McCarthy, maybe you bring in Tomlin, and then you keep Joe Brady the offensive coordinator. So the Bills definitely have options, but I think you really want to get a head start on things. And there were some questions about will Brandon Beane stay around as the general manager? But they said he's going to lead the search for the next head coach. Who knows though? If they're interested in the Tomlin, for instance, and he doesn't want to work with him, maybe he gets let go. So it's going to be interesting, but I think this position is going to fill quick. And I would imagine, Tony, that it is considered the top job on the market, just given Josh Allen.
Yeah, of course. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I mean, because you got Lamar out of there, and then you do have the stability of the Steelers organization. You know what I mean? They don't fall apart. It's not like you're going to have to worry about, I'm going to go 4-13 the first year.
But
there's some security there.
Yeah, I suppose so.
That's the thing. The roster maybe not the best. But I think ownership matters, though. I really do. I do believe that. So we'll see. But it really would be a treat to see Josh Allen paired up, with a top offensive mind, and whether that's his head coach or his offensive coordinator, we'll see. But Sean McDermott, after 9 years in Buffalo, let go. So that was Saturday. On to yesterday, and then you got Riley Souza's Patriots here. 28-16 over the Texans. The Texans clearly overmatched despite that good defense. CJ Stroud, 4 interceptions in the first half, Tony, and he actually had a chance for 5. I thought they were going to go to Davis Mills at some point. They didn't. And despite sacking Drake May 5 times and picking him off, They lose by 12 here to the Patriots. So the Patriots back in the AFC Championship game next week in Denver. Drake May, second straight game where he didn't do a ton. I mean, yes, 3 touchdown passes, great, but only threw for 179. But I think that's the strength of that Houston Texans defense. Steph Diggs, Kayshon Boutte, and Pop Douglas catching touchdowns for New England. But I will say, because I know a lot of these comments have been facetious this morning about the Patriots, you really do have to tip your cap to Mike Vrabel, what he's done with the Patriots. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Going from 4-13 to 14-3.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a complete turnaround. And I mean, obviously, Vrabel that year off, I guess, did him some good, I suppose, to come in here, like you said, and completely turn this team around.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, dude, you really have to tip your hat. I mean, there's really nothing else to say.
Yeah, absolutely. No, just what you said. That's it. Also, Josh, what I'm talking about, and he said really depends on the spread at that point, talking about the NFC Championship game, but then says, because your talk is never, ever, ever nonsense. You must be on some really good crack. All I would say, Josh, is, though, but you can't tell me with a straight face that 99% of the time when I say anything about the Yankees, you go eye roll, here we go, I'm crazy. And it's like, I'm not allowed to make one statement. Anything positive right away. That's the first thing that you say. That was my point. And it's like, I would love to have you dispute that. You want to go percentages. Maybe I'll give you a 10% time that you don't. Pretty 10%. High percentage, though, Josh. Pretty high percentage. That's all I'm saying.
10%.
Anyway, last game of the night, the also known as the TCA luck game here.
Wow.
The Rams winning 20-17 over the Bears. You had Mevis, who actually wasn't good enough to make the Jets to begin the season, kick the game winner here for the Rams. So they move on 20-17. This game had a little bit of everything. But, I mean, obviously the talk here is the 4th down throw. I believe there was 18 seconds left when he made it. But
yeah.
Caleb Williams, the pirouette to throw the touchdown there. And I believe that was to Cole Kmet? I think
it was.
Yeah,
it was.
Cole Kmet.
The big man.
I mean, and it's crazy, too, that goes down as a 14-yard touchdown pass. And I think Pooch was looking it up that they threw, like, the air yardage on it, though, was 51.8 yards.
That's crazy.
Would you say one of the best throws you've ever seen or no?
Yeah. I mean, it was on a dime in the corner, right? Like,
yeah. No, unbelievable.
Plus, like, he was avoiding contact, fading away, like, off balance. Tremendous.
And I would just say, too, I know it is so hard to have perspective on these type of things, Tony. But I think you have to hold your head high if you're a Bears fan. The turnaround that they had this year, and the fact, too, that you have the combination of Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson for the foreseeable future. I mean, compared to also, too, what you've had to endure since you lost that Super Bowl to the Colts in, 2005? I think it was 2005. But I'm trying to think about this. Was that 2005 or that 2004? Because I think the Steelers won in 2005. Anyway, but I mean, it's remarkable. The turnaround there, and I'm sure they're going to be right in the conversation to go to a Super Bowl again next year. Now on the Rams side, this wasn't their type of game. The cold weather. On the road, but Stafford, guts it out, 20 of 42, 258, no touchdowns or picks, was sacked 4 times, and Kyren Williams with 2 rushing touchdowns, 87 yards, a quiet game for Nakua, 5 for 56, and Devontae Adams only had 2 for 24, but probably a little more milder conditions in Seattle this weekend. But how do you look at this for the Rams, going into Seattle?
I mean, it was a test. We talked about the weather going into this weekend. It certainly, it was a battle test here for the Rams. But, I mean, Stafford didn't have a tremendous game. I mean, 20 of 42 is the most efficient, a lot of 3 and outs, specifically even in overtime, too. I mean, they struggled to move the ball down the field quite a few times. That Bears defense was clogging up those gaps. Williams, Corum even at times. Like, we're not able to really get anything going. But again, I would imagine maybe better weather would constitute some better play from these guys next week. But hey, man, I mean, the Rams to, be resilient enough to get on the other end of this. Their defense showed up too towards the end as well in overtime. I mean, the Bears had opportunities. And I will say though, I mean, I guess to maybe try and boil this down to one play, I mean, that pick in overtime, I don't know what Williams was like. I don't know what was going on there, miscommunication. I
saw a breakdown, and they said that DJ Moore didn't finish running the route.
Yeah, which is like what is that?
Yeah. Yeah. And at that moment, I don't know about you, but I knew no. Like, it's funny, though, because going into overtime, it seemed like no way that Caleb Williams, wasn't going to win the game.
Yeah.
But then once that interception was thrown, that was
I was like,
McVay was not going to let that happen. You know what else I didn't like, and it ended up working out for McVay, is it was 3rd and 10 at the end of regulation, and if they got the first down, the game was over. And the 2-minute warning is coming up anyway.
Right.
And because he didn't want the clock to stop, which again, it's going to stop for the 2-minute warning, they run it and don't get a yardage. You complete that pass. There is no overtime.
There is no overtime. Yeah.
And you don't have to see that. That throw doesn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah, very true.
So, I questioned that.
Miscue.
By the way, it's going to be between 34 and 45, so it'll be basically sunny in Seattle on Sunday compared to this game, right? I mean, that's going to warm.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
But interesting thought for here. Spread aside, just first thought right now, you're thinking Seattle, or are you thinking the Rams?
I mean, I don't know. I would think the Rams.
Yeah, just McVay, Stafford.
Yeah, dude. I would think Stafford next week more efficient. How about a passing touchdown too? I mean, this was not a great game.
No.
For Stafford, not a great game for his O-line. I feel either. I mean, yeah. I mean, I would imagine a little bit of an off game for Puka Nacua, you could say. There wasn't a receiving touchdown in this game. I mean, yeah, dude. Of course, I would think Rams better. Seattle, I don't know. I mean, maybe I would still think it's tight.
Tight, but
what's the spread right now? You said
2.5 by Seattle.
Wow.
So it's gonna be interesting to see what they do. I think they're gonna take Seattle, honestly. But then now that I'm saying that, then
maybe
it's gonna be gonna take the Rams. Definitely. But like I said, I think the game plan will be, to let Darnold make the mistake, and they're really going to hone in on stopping the run. And I think the conditions will just make it a lot easier for Stafford to air it out. And Kyron Williams is great. But I was telling this to Pooch, I know you can't be too generic, predictable, but just because I see teams do this a lot, and I know Kyron Williams is good. He could rip off a 50-yarder, but I would feel like you want to do a lot of first-round runs, that's fine. The thing that I hate is the second and long run. I feel like a second and long, you really should just throw it, because then when it's 3rd and long, it feels like you don't get it. But if you throw it, you might pick up the first down or pick up some of the yardage. Doesn't that kind of piss you off when you're watching a game?
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like, especially teams that do run a lot to start off, I mean, don't you think that second and long situation sets you up for a play action play where it's oh, they could run this, but then they really should pass it. And then also to your point too, it's like if it becomes 3rd and long, it's like, well, they're gonna pass, right? It's almost like there's less of an element of deception. But I guess that's why we're not NFL coaches, I guess. I don't know.
And then also too, there was multiple, obviously because of the interceptions. Joe Buck with the picks.
Yes, dude. Oh my God.
So that was great.
Funny.
So once again, Championship Sunday this week, 3 and 6:30. Patriots Broncos. That'll be a Nance and Romo special with Tracy Wolfson on the sideline.
I forget. I think it was a punt. Maybe it was the punt. Maybe it was the punt in overtime. I kind of forget, but I feel like he was like, oh, the Bears are gonna really stack the box here. He was itching. Yeah. Definitely, dude.
For the block.
Dude.
And then 6:30. It'll be, Tom Brady, accompanied by Kevin Burkhardt, and then splitting the sideline duties, Tom Rinaldi and Aaron Andrews. So that should be something.
All right.
I can't wait for that game. I think that is going to be a classic game, and really a huge legacy spot, Tony, for both the Rams and the Seahawks. Did you think about Stafford, wanting to win one more Super Bowl and maybe retire? Maybe if they win, he retires. Who knows?
I would.
And then Sam Darnold, because like I said, I'm guilty of this. Just despite how he's kind of rebounded his career, just shedding that notion that he can't win a big game.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody, all of America, Tony, is watching this, wanting to see, can Sam Darnold put the Seahawks on his back and take them down the field for a game-winning drive and not fuck it up? You know, I mean, that's really what it is.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely. I feel like at that point it would be Darnold's game to lose, I guess. But I don't know, man. I mean, it's pretty crazy that we're even seeing Darnold in an NFC Championship game.
Yes, it is. So who would have thought only a couple years ago that Darnold would be in this situation?
I know.
And then a couple more things here. Josh saying he threw it to a lucky leprechaun.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. He's saying because your talk is never ever. Oh no, about the Yankees,
already,
yes,
yeah.
but you're saying that because I say that about everything because I do sound ridiculous with the Yankees every year. I love you, Barnes. LOL. Yeah, but I think it's just being fair and not being crazy about it. But it's just as crazy to be negative about everything single thing as it is to be positive. So there has to be some middle ground, and hopefully we find that soon, Josh. All right. Spring training around the corner, right? I mean, what? Tomorrow, 1 month away.
Yeah, that's right, dude.
Oh, man. I cannot wait to be in Tampa. That is going to be nuts. And I forgot. Did we talk about Stefanski on Friday or no? Or did that not happen?
That didn't happen.
What are your thoughts? Stefanski, Falcons, Matt Ryan, quick to, gets on the job, hires him right away. I love the move because I think he's got a lot of offensive pieces there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously the quarterback situation, it'd be interesting to see what they do, but you would think they want to go with Penix, but maybe they try to restructure Cousins to just have a security blanket. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, no, it is very interesting. And what was it? Were you saying Stefanski to the Falcons and like?
That guy.
Yep,
Yep.
So I was like,
where's the comments now? Right? Where's the comment?
And I feel like Matt Ryan. I mean, you got to trust in Matt Ryan, right?
Yes.
I mean, this decision should be good for the organization. You always talk about how good this roster is. I mean, I think that this team can really flip their script next season. I think.
Now, interesting question for you: if you were Matt Ryan, what would you do at quarterback?
Oh gosh. Penix,
would you keep Cousins or would you release him and get a different backup?
I guess I would try and keep him around.
Restructure though, if they'll take it, and if not, then just cut him.
Yeah,
because I think he is a solid fill-in. It just
he is. He showed that this year.
Cap. Yeah. And I know he has a big roster bonus coming, and that's why they restructured to get the flexibility. They want to release him. But I don't know. I honestly think too that for a full season, just from what I've seen out of Michael Penix and the tendency to get injured, I think he would be better than Michael Penix next year. Just for 1 year, I think he would be better. Have you ever watched Michael Penix and been like, wow?
No, not at all. But then what? And then the following season?
And then, also, I mean, you give Penix the shot to earn the job back, but he has to earn it. And then if he doesn't, then you're going full forward with a different quarterback the following year. But you give him the opportunity to win the job. I just wonder when he's going to be healthy, if he's going to be ready for the start of the season. If he is, then you have a full-out competition.
What's their draft pick, do you know?
Traded it away to get Pierce, who's been very good, so no first-round pick. That's a little tough. That's why I'm almost thinking that Cousins stays.
Yeah.
They've worked something out. But the way you're talking, though, it does kind of seem like you're saying that you think that Penix gives him a better chance to win next season.
I do think so. I don't know. Younger, more mobile, but yes, like to your point, I mean,
ACLs.
Yeah, dude, the injuries are super tough. But I don't know, dude. It's just like better chance is I guess kind of a tough statement, I guess, to argue against. I mean, Kirk Cousins obviously has had some tremendous games. But I don't know, in big spots, prime time, Cousins. And to me, it seems like I'm not really in that locker room, maybe, but to me, actually, it just seems that they're not happy. Like obviously, it's the money.
Well, it feels like they crossed him.
Yeah, definitely.
Matt
with
Ryan
Penix,
could smooth out that bridge though, because obviously, I'm sure they're friendly.
I would imagine.
All the quarterbacks, it's like a fraternity, right?
Yeah, dude.
There's only so many of these starting jobs.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, do you think Matthew Ryan then would rather have Cousins right now?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because Penix, it just doesn't seem like you rely on him. And it just like to get, just start the Stefanski era with some momentum. I think they could win the divisions with Cousins, especially they improve the roster, make some shrewd signings, and do some good drafting as well.
Mm-hmm.
Not just kind of, we don't have a first round pick. It's not going to be great. No, like attack the draft and make some good picks.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So that'll be interesting. And then before we move on, there's a lot more talk about this in Rick and Dave this morning. But the notion that both, and I know there's not like a ton of like home run candidates that everyone wants to hire, but that Robert Saleh and Mike McDaniel could potentially get head coaching jobs. Specifically, it's Saleh for me. I don't see it, Tony. He seems like a coordinator. Do you think it would be a mistake for Buffalo, for Miami, for the Raiders to bring in Robert Saleh?
I mean, I guess, really, any of those teams probably, yeah. If I'm Buffalo, Jesus Christ, no way. Like, if I'm Buffalo, how could you bring in Robert Saleh as your head coach? I mean, that's not good at all. I mean, I guess maybe if you're an organization like the Raiders, who doesn't really have, I guess, maybe a lot going for them in general, I suppose. But still, I mean, it's not even like high pressure situation, low pressure situation, regardless. I don't know. It just seems like you said, like Saleh maybe should be a coordinator. I mean, maybe if he has, the right OC, he could do better. I mean, it's so tough, dude, because you really can't like knock his performance as a defensive coordinator. I mean, even this past season,
Right. Yeah,
after
working with nothing.
Yeah, working with nothing.
All
And
the
this is
injuries.
like after the head coaching job with the Jets. Like
Right.
you would imagine like confidence, mentality, all-time low for Robert
Right.
Saleh.
Right.
But he kind of turned himself around. And we're sitting here talking about him being hired again as a head coach. So, I mean, that's got to count for something, I suppose. But it just seems to me like that guy is going to need like really the perfect scenario to be a good head coach. I guess maybe Buffalo would be that perfect scenario. But if I'm that team, would I gamble with that? Probably not.
Because you're talking about maybe McDaniel as the head coach, or vice versa, whatever. But I think it
then
would
pair
be
it
no.
up?
I think it would be actually no. It would be Saleh because otherwise he would just stay in San Francisco. But yeah, Saleh the head coach, McDaniel is the offensive coordinator.
I mean, that could get something done.
Yeah, it just I don't know. I just think I know the Jets ruin everybody, and you can't go by the Jets. But I just don't think Robert Saleh is a head coach. I can't get past that. And I would honestly, if it were me and I were the Bills, I would rather roll the dice with Mike McDaniel because I know he's a weirdo, all this stuff.
Yeah.
His record wasn't great, but everybody talks about it. His football knowledge, his offensive football knowledge, second to none. You give him Josh Allen. James Cook is amazing. I like what they have at tight end with Kincaid and Knox. You get him a couple receivers. I mean, I think Mike McDaniel could do some damage with that offense. That's the only thing I would say.
That would be very interesting. Do you think he? I guess he wouldn't leave San Francisco, Saleh, to
I
be a
don't
DC
I don't
somewhere
think
else?
so, unless
No?
it's like some big pay raise. But I mean, he loves it in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
The
I think
weather.
he's leaving for a head coaching job. So this cycle, Tony, is going to be fascinating, almost as fascinating as the playoffs. We've never had so many job openings.
You think McDaniel would take an OC job?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he
he
definitely
will.
would.
But I
Yeah.
think Browns, Arizona, possibly even the Raiders, he's going to be in play for those jobs.
Yeah.
Titans. You know?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
So we'll see. By the way, good to have John Pollock here. He said, "Go Wings, go."
Yep.
So we'll talk about that. It's a good segue to go to the world of the National Hockey League.
Speed, here he comes. McDavid shoots, top shelf, he scores! Captain with the overtime winner! That's the middle, great hit, Cameron. It's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping, Rick Washington made the full split save.
Are you kidding me?
Turn, side of the net, between the legs, and they score! Filthy! David Pasternak, the silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
All right, Tony. So basically a fool's gold situation over the weekend. By the way, did the letter come out post-show on Friday?
It did. Yeah. That
All
was
this stuff post-show, right? I mean, what's up with that?
Yeah, it kind of sucks, dude. But hey, I mean, it's whatever. I mean, obviously, I'm happy to talk about it now. Yeah, it does suck about the leather, dude. I don't know. Chris Drury seems like full of shit. Not a rebuild, a retool. I fucking hated that statement.
No,
when
I
read that,
was
dude.
was texting JD. I'm like, what retool? What tool? Like, what is there to what
Yeah.
tools do you have to retool?
Yeah, literally. And also, like now, this is the second letter from Chris Drury.
Right.
All right, dude.
Right.
And we've had 0 cups. So I mean, that's not good, dude. You know, we got
How
2
about
letters.
just getting to a cup? Like, at least you
Yeah.
can accept, okay, we got there, but the fact that we haven't got there is the problem. The one thing I will agree with, as much as I love him as a player, just, the way the cap is going forward, and he's getting older, and over the weekend he had, a great game, 3 points, 2 goals. I think, getting the optimal trade value for Artemi Panarin, that is a move that makes sense. As much as I love him, but it's just
yeah.
like the contract he's going to command. It's just not. We've talked about this so many times. He's meant to be like that third guy on a really good team, and that's his bread and butter. No pun intended.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it's tough, dude. It really is. You know, like you said, it's probably the good move. But it does suck.
It hurts.
It does hurt because I
Yeah.
mean, this guy obviously is on pace to have another good season.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, obviously the Rangers, you know, deciding not to extend him. I mean, basically saying that you're going to trade him at the deadline, obviously. So that's going to be the move probably, and what you get for him, I'm sure would be some good return. But I don't know, man. I mean, we you know. We listened to Sullivan last week. The mentality, the leadership seems like it's really not there. So, I mean, I still sit here. I question whether or not this is the group you want. I mean, draft picks, yes, great. Wow. Go to the lottery, get the first round, like get the first overall pick. But it's like, is this the group you want to really be
Making those decisions?
Making those decisions, trying to develop these young players.
But all that aside, though, it's still Panarin is so valuable. You're going to get a big package. It's going to be at least a first-round pick plus other assets, Tony.
Yeah, dude. I mean, teams should clamor for him. I mean, you're looking at team Colorado is
Detroit. I just saw an article, John.
Yeah,
Detroit.
Really?
Kane. Yes,
Yeah.
That's the thought process.
I mean, listen, Detroit, that would be huge for. I mean, any team, dude. Where Panarin goes to, you know,
Florida,
Dallas, yeah, Tampa.
Colorado.
Who knows? Maybe Islanders, dude.
I was texting Corey about that. He said they tried to get him in free agency before the Rangers got him.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Again, it's just a stone's throw away from where he is right now. So maybe Panarin wants to stay in New York. Maybe he likes it. Who knows? Yeah. I mean, I guess the return should be great. So you're happy about that. It is pretty interesting though, because I mean, you mentioned the Fool's Gold game on Saturday. Which it was, but I don't know, man. I was seeing some videos like online. JT Miller working with some of the young guys after practice.
Now
on
working
the ice,
with
extra time.
Gabe and Othman and
I think it was like Cooley. It was Gabe and maybe Schneider. I think was on the ice.
And you know what's interesting? Besides the Pollock Josh Love Fest, he says, "No, I love your younger guys," but it's like, why would we trade them? Keep our picks and top prospects. We're not. I don't think we're trading any of those guys. Really, other than Gabe, I actually really wouldn't like. Is there anybody else that you need to have, Tony, or no?
I mean, I guess not.
Or you like Cooley? I like Cooley.
Oh yeah, no. Will Cooley is
he only
good.
what is he 23 or something?
24?
Okay. Yeah. No, I would say Cooley and Gabe. Everyone else. I mean, because I would say, if we're gonna get someone great, Gabe, but obviously we're not trading for that type of guy.
I really wouldn't though. Like I don't know, man. I mean, Gabe's gonna be good.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I would want to.
I like him. No, he's too small.
Yeah, no, stop. Listen, I would. I mean, like Brendan Othman too. Seeing him get his first goal. I mean, on Saturday too, that was awesome.
Matt
but
Rempe, would you let him go?
Yeah, dude.
I think you'd say it.
I mean, like, what the fuck with Rempe? Like, I don't know, dude. Like,
he doesn't do anything. Honestly.
He hasn't done anything, dude.
No.
And it's like you could be a good fourth line bruiser, but you're getting hurt, the hand, whatever. And it's like, give me a break. What do you got? Breaking news?
No. He says he meant the Red Wings younger guys. LOL. Like,
that's what he doesn't want to trade for Panarin. Yeah, keep his top picks, his top prospects.
But so you just don't want to make any moves. You want to just go with your team as it is. I mean, it's not a bad team, but I would just think you would want to like try to make a run to the Cup, or maybe you're looking at Tampa and Florida and saying it's not worth trading future assets. I mean, if you were Yzerman, Tony, what would you do?
Steve Yzerman. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what is their like prospects and pick situations. I guess I don't really know.
I don't know, but I don't get how. I mean, you wouldn't trade a first round draft pick for Artemi Panarin to add to this group. I don't get that. I don't know.
I mean, Lucas Raymond.
I mean, the pick's not even going to be high.
I'm not going to get rid of Lucas Raymond. That's for sure.
Right. No, but we're not. I think it would be more just like the first round pick, and then some mid round picks or some like mid level prospect.
Yeah.
Nobody even on this roster, probably.
That's what I mean. I mean, but even so, you have some really young guys. You can get rid of.
He's tight though. He says, "I think we have enough former Blackhawk players." That's interesting.
That's actually kind of funny. Yeah, I guess. I don't know, John. I think maybe you should revisit.
Yeah. But if not, we'll find a different trade.
I mean, Panarin would be huge.
Yeah. No, I think 30, 16, and 4 for Detroit. You put in Panarin. I don't know. But would you have concern as a general manager with Tampa and Florida lurking that it's like it could be all for nothing?
Oh, yeah, for sure, dude. Especially if I'm Panarin. I mean, Think of how many good seasons he's had. Columbus, early on with Chicago, even too. I mean, I would imagine this guy would have expected to have a cup already. So he's going to want to go to a team that is ready to compete right now. Yeah, I mean, maybe if you are John Pollock, Yzerman, maybe you're sitting there thinking like, we're going to have to give up too much if we want this guy.
Yeah.
Even if that, he may not even want to. Who knows?
And he says we're becoming the Detroit Blackhawks, and I get it from a rivalry perspective.
Yeah.
You don't want all the Blackhawks. So we'll see. But yeah, in that game on Saturday, the 6-3 win, Mika another hat trick. And that's a good thing because it seems like Mika's going to stay around because he has the power with the no movement clause. 2 hat tricks already this season, so that's good. So you hope that he can kind of really rev his play up and rub off on some of the younger guys. And he says it depends on what we give up, maybe. So, All right, so the door's open. Othman also with the goal. Artie, obviously, the showcase for the trade. So
the showcase for the trade.
I guess it's tough because it feels like even if you win, kind of turn around, you're going to trade some guys. And even if you didn't trade anybody that you wouldn't make the playoffs anyway, we talk about percentages, Tony. What would you say? By the way, Spencer Martin's first win since 24, first Ranger win. But what would you say the percentage chance that the Rangers make the playoffs? Looming trades included.
I don't know, maybe a 25% chance. Honestly,
I'm surprised you went that high. I was going to say 5 or 9. Right?
Oh gosh, dude. I mean, they could go on a tear.
Yeah.
But I mean, what do you? 5 or 9. Yeah, I guess. I mean, 25% chance. I mean, it's not like that. I'm not really expecting them to at that chance.
Yeah.
9.
And they're going to be in Anaheim the
Today.
reunion game, and boy, they've fell on tough times. They almost have the same record as us.
Yeah, I know,
Kind of
right,
crazy
dude?
with all the lauding about Kreider and Trouba, right?
Honestly, Rangers plus money, watch out,
Tempting.
Dude. It is very tempting, dude.
Very tempting. Very tempting.
I may actually do that.
Yeah, a lot of games today. A lot of picks to be made. How did we do on Friday? I feel like I butchered
Colorado in the over. That's 1-1. Then who else did you had? Florida and the under.
So 1-3.
1-3.
Okay.
I didn't do much better. I went 2-2.
All right. So are we tied? I think we're tied.
Yeah, I was a game behind you, so now we're tied.
Wow. Okay.
So let's see, dude. So that means I am 25 and 23, and that's what you are too.
There we go. And then,
I believe you have first pick.
No, I thought I picked Colorado first. No.
I don't know. I put Detroit first.
Oh. Okay. Oh, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Now John is changing his mind and says he wants Panarin. So I think it would be a smart move, John. It's just you gotta beat Tampa, you gotta beat Florida. Me and Tony trying to help you out, make a deal. I don't know. Anyway, let's strike up with the music. Frozen Frenzy here on a Monday. I'm going to let Tony go to Anaheim because I don't know what to make of that mess of a situation. I'm going to go to Florida, dude, okay?
Talking about it.
And go to Amerant Bank Arena, the Panthers, the Sharks, Florida, -192, 25-19-3, 14-9-3 in Sunrise. And listen, Sharks, good story, 24-20-3. So Celebrini playing with a team over 500. And you're dealing with Marchand injured, Seth Jones injured. The Sharks have a couple of injuries themselves. The Sharks have won 3 out of 5. The Panthers have won 3 out of 5. And the Sharks won the only matchup back in November. But yeah, give me the Panthers. Just the depth of this team. It seems like a young team like San Jose, Tony. They could just toy with them. The Will Smiths, the Eklunds. And while those guys are talented, I just don't think they have what it takes to beat Florida. I think they win 5-3. Give me the Panthers and the over.
Panthers and the over, dude. Just like that. It's Tony's turn here. And yes, Tony will go to Anaheim, dude. Okay, he'll take on the Ducks with the Rangers here. I mentioned the underdog, Rags, +114 here in the money line. Over-under is 6.5. Pretty interesting stuff here, to be honest, dude. Obviously, the Ducks, you mentioned, struggling as of late, but have won 3 in a row since kind of bouncing back a little bit to, I guess, have 24 wins in the season. Pretty solid. At home, 14-8-1. I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like these last few wins, Dallas, yes, I guess pretty good win. But back-to-back games against LA, went to overtime, went to a shootout. LA's been up and down this season. I don't put much stock in that, to be honest, dude. And I feel like this is one of these games. Rangers come in. We know about the letter. I mentioned JT maybe getting his head out of his ass, being a little bit of a leader this weekend. So give me the young guys, obviously making an impact. We mentioned Othman over the weekend getting his first goal. Gabe Perreault. Why not, dude? Those young guys say Trouba, Kreider, old people. They're old, dude. We're the young guys. We're on the Rangers now. We're going to show you what's what. Rags take this game. I'm going to say 5-2. All right, so give me Rangers and the over, Josh B.
All right. So I am going to go to Vancouver. Isles coming off that disappointing loss to the Flames, and the Canucks have lost 10 in a row. So I'm kind of playing with fire here, but it just felt like after that embarrassing loss to the Flames that the Islanders will bounce back. The vets getting in the room, getting things together. Matthew Schaefer, I think, with his first multi-goal game of his career. I don't think he's had 2 in one game as far as I remember. And Bo Horvat out, which is big. But I think Schaefer and Barzal leading them to victory. Maybe Anders Lee with a goal as well.
Wow, veteran.
I think just because of the opponent, I think the Islanders win 5-2. Give me the Islanders and the over.
And the over, okay. Islanders over. Second game here. Where do I go? Oh, shit, dude. I guess we'll go to Toronto. I don't typically bet with games that involve the Maple Leafs because it's just so hard to put your thumb on this team. But Minnesota Wild coming here as road dogs. Wild obviously having a great team, a great year. 27-13-9, Brian. 14-7-3 on the road. Leafs boasting a solid home record, 16-5-5. But come on, dude. Kirill Kaprizov, 55 points on the season, leading the team. That is, 7 points best of William Nylander, I guess. Better than William Nylander. So, I don't know, man. I guess maybe Wild, Matt Zuccarello, overtime winner. They win this game 3-2, Minnesota in the under.
All right, so last game, I'm going to fade a team that's on a losing streak, and that's the Flyers. They're in Vegas. And the only matchup this season back on the 11th, Knights won 3-2. Knights are on a little bit of a heater here. Actually, let me just take a look because I see 5 in a row here. I know the Flyers have lost 5 in a row. The Knights, on their end, Tony, this is actually quite the lengthy winning streak here. This is 7 in a row, so I think they make it 8 in a row. I told you, it seemed like fool's gold with the Flyers. I just feel like they're not that great at the end of the day. Zegras this, Zegras that. I think Jack Eichel and Noah Hannafin, Tony, have something to say about that. Give me the Knights winning. I'm going to say 4-1. Let's go Knights in the under.
Knights under. Last game here for Tony. I guess we'll go to Carolina. That's what I was looking at. Yeah, let's go to Carolina. It's taking on the Sabres here. Sabres plus 170. I know you're thinking, wow, the win streak, whatever. Sabres, I don't know, man. Time for them to cool off. Just mentioned they lost to Minnesota in overtime 2 days ago. Yes, winning 3 of their last 5, but Hurricanes outscoring their opponents in the last 2 games 13-2. Their opponents were the Devils, but then the Panthers, they beat 9-1. Watch out for Sebastian Aho, to be honest, dude. I think he's going to catch red, super hot fire at home. I guess 2 goals, 2 assists, a 4-point night for Aho, leading his team to a 5-2 victory. Carolina gets their 31st victory of the season. Hurricanes in the over.
And just like that, that's your frozen frenzy here on a Monday. A lot of games, a lot of people off with MLK Day, as there are in the NBA. So looking forward to the games today.
NBA games?
Yeah, NBA games.
Wow.
More NHL, obviously. But yeah, maybe the Rangers win. Who knows? But let's strike up the music here and get the grid up. Kind of
Pretty
interesting,
dude.
Again, kind of a humdrum. Not giving us maybe the possible juice that we're looking for here on the grid, huh?
Yeah, dude. Definitely no juice here. I'm not great with the A's. I'm not great with the Orioles.
I mean,
either.
I got guys, and I'm imagining Josh B is in full force. But let's start with one that's pretty good here. Houston outside of the 50. Mauricio Dubon.
That's a good one, dude. 0.9, dude. I don't know what you have for the rest of Houston, but I know we could do J.D. Davis for either one of those.
Yeah, so I would say go J.D. Davis for the A's.
A's, Houston. J.D. Davis, a 0.8.
So for the Orioles, Armando Benitez on the 50 states is 4%, but I'm just wondering, do you think Sagano would be less or no?
I wouldn't think so.
You think he's going to be higher?
I would think he'd be higher than Benitez.
So, I don't know, but doesn't 4, it feels like 50 states, you should be able to get somebody else. I'm just trying to think of, like, other, like, foreign players. We could do Vlad. Maybe nobody thinks about Vlad on the Orioles.
Vlad Guerrero
Or Sammy
Sr.
Sosa.
I like Sammy Sosa.
Yeah, no one's going to think Sosa.
Yeah.
Do Sosa.
3%.
Less than the 4.
We can do Vlad next to him.
Yeah, why not?
3%. Wow, 3 and 3.
For some reason, I almost got nervous with the junior there for a second.
Oh my God, that would have been brutal. We can do Rich Hill for O's A's.
All right.
Rich Hill. 3%.
And then Beltran is Astros Giants. I'm just trying to think.
How much?
5%. I'm just trying to think
that's pretty low.
if there's anybody else, though. I don't know. Not that, like, necessarily comes to mind. I mean, Miguel Tejada, is he going to be less?
I would think so, right?
Do Tejada.
I mean, I kind of thought Beltran would be higher, though, than 5, but... Wow. All right.
Did you like Miguel Tejada? I always loved his swing.
Yeah, I guess it's a good swing.
But
Yeah,
you lost a little respect after he ran off the ESPN set?
Obviously.
Was that Pedro Gomez? I feel like it was.
I feel like it was, too.
All right, Pete. He was
That's
a good
the-
guy.
yeah.
Pedro Gomez. It's sad. But I remember that. Like, I couldn't believe that happened. 2 years on the birth certificate. You think any chance Soto did that or no? Not even facetious, just because you know that's been questioned.
I don't think so.
You would say like 99%
accurate.
So you're
Like,
leaving
come
the
on.
one.
Sure. I mean, nothing's a certainty until I see it, right? I guess.
All right, fair enough. Okay, so
O's Giants.
O's Giants.
Trevor Rogers.
Edwin
Jackson?
It's funny. It feels like you could do Edwin Jackson
For a lot.
for everybody, but not that one.
Yeah, no, you can't do Diekman.
Not Benitez. What about, let's see, other guys? Not Chris Davis. I'm just trying to think about random. No, Mancini wasn't on the Giants, but I guess we could do the other stuff.
Nothing from Josh.
Kind of surprising,
He
right?
doesn't like you.
You think that's what it is?
I don't know, man.
Really? I'm surprised you're making that call.
Oh, no, I'm sure he still likes you. That's what he says anyway.
Jeff Kent, Giants Hall of Fame.
Oh, there we go. That's a good one. Wow, 4% for Kent.
Trying to think on the A's here.
Mike Piazza.
Reggie Jackson's 10. Is Vida Blue in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of other guys. Nobody from like the Zito, Mulder, Hudson made it to the Hall.
Not that I know of. I mean, do you want to do Mike Piazza? You just kind of just, I know.
Oh, my bad.
I know he was a Met, but
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
jeez.
Sorry, dude. No, do Piazza.
3%.
Nice, dude. Jeez. So aggressive, like Josh B.
Josh
talking
B.
Yankees with Josh B.
Oh,
we should have a
man.
segment talking Yanks with Josh B.
Yeah,
Get your
yeah.
tissues out. Okay, so let's see. Giants and the Orioles. Tejada would have been a good one
Kevin
there.
Gossman.
Dead Nuts Gausman. Let's see.
Is that too high?
13.
Oh, Josh.
See, not a Raja Davis.
See, Josh tried to set us up, dude. You pissed him off.
All right. Let's see. No other. Charlie Morton was never on the Giants.
He was on the Orioles.
I'm trying to think about other guys that they've brought in. Not Javi
Relievers,
Lopez.
Javier Lopez. Wow.
Other starters. Bart, no. David Wells, no. Kind of tough, right?
Kind of, yeah. It is a really tough one. I don't
Raja Davis, no. Let's let's see. Matt Williams wasn't on the
I don't think so. Dude.
Orioles, right?
On the O's?
On the Dotel, no.
Armando Benitez.
Oh, so he was on the Giants. Okay, didn't do that one. I don't remember him on the Giants really.
4% for Benitez.
He was on a lot of teams.
He was on the
Yankees,
Giants,
Mariners, Mets. He was on
04,
Florida,
05,
Toronto.
06.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like he was one of those guys like Mets fans hated. I don't know if it was because he kind of like
never really liked
replaced
him.
John Franco.
Mhm. Oh,
You
yeah,
think that's what it
dude.
was?
How could you replace John Franco?
Yeah.
You can't, dude.
But let's switch the grid here and head to the gridiron. And kind of like just a little
Jets.
potpourri. I love the make a field goal. That's always great.
Yeah, there
For
we go.
Jets, right away, Tony. Just snap call for the Jets. Catanzaro. Chandler. Just type in Chandler. CH.
Yeah. Oh, I was doing Catanzaro. Chandler, Catanzaro. Bang. Point six. Where do you go to college?
I don't know.
Clemson.
And then for the Falcons, do Michael Conen. Koenen.
Point three.
And then let's see here for the Chiefs, the guy who is kicking for the Colts. What the heck is his name, dude? It's like Shane.
Stipend?
No, I gotta think about this for a second because Schrader, Spencer Schrader.
Spencer. Point
How about that? Like, no, do we know field goals, Tony, or do we know fucking field goals? Okay.
You know field goals. Schrader out of Notre Dame.
How about that? All right here. So for Jets Packers, Muhammad Wilkerson. Former
One.
first rounder.
There we go.
Okay, so Jets Texans. I
Guys from
think
New
we could do
Jersey.
Folk on that.
Nick Folk.
No. Okay.
No.
I don't know why I was thinking he kicked on the Texans. Okay. Jets Texans, but also
Josh said Ty Montgomery for Jets
Jets
Pack.
Pack. Jets Texans. There is Ed Reed. I feel like that actually will be low.
Ed Reed, yeah.
9.
Good enough
Good
for
enough.
you. Good enough for me. 9.
Okay, Texans, Falcons. I mean, you could do
Dead
Shaw,
nuts.
but he's going to be high. I think we could do Castle for Chiefs and Texans. Not too high. No. Huh. So he wasn't on the Texans. That's interesting. Other guys. Let's see. Packers, Falcons is Favre. But maybe Grady Jackson? Or no, he's not on the Packers. I was thinking. Yes, Grady Jackson, 0.3. Packers, Falcons.
Grady Jackson. 0.3.
Okay, let's see.
Went to Hines CC. Hines CC. What the hell
Not
is that?
sure about that.
Knoxville.
Texans, Chiefs. Matthew, I feel like is too high.
Dead nuts. Taylor Heineke.
Do Taylor Heineke.
Josh B. All business.
Yeah.
All business.
Doesn't want to hear it.
Nope.
Let's see. So Texans, Chiefs, besides Tyrann Mathieu, quarterbacks, not Foles, not Jeff Garcia. Huh. Texans, Chiefs. Tommy Townsend. Yes. Good call.
Dude.
Good call. Nice. Okay, so
wow, dude.
Green Bay and Kansas City.
John Pollock.
I guess I'll try to think about it, but in the meantime,
look it up.
If you want to look it up, yeah. Green Bay and Kansas City. Just trying to think of like backup quarterbacks, wide receivers.
MVS.
Oh, yes. Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Scantling. Yeah.
Nice, Josh.
Valdez with an S.
Yes.
Marquez with a Z.
How much was that?
64%.
At least we can give it Josh a chuckle there. He doesn't
Damn.
know. He's just trying to help. I know, but
I mean, I kind of thought that wouldn't be a lot, I guess. But
maybe there's not a lot. Was there not a lot? Is that...
Let's see, 67 players total.
67. Okay.
So I mean, I don't know, dude. I mean, a good amount. His name didn't pop up in like the most like notable ones.
Yeah, but maybe there's not a lot of active guys. I'm guessing. Is that the problem?
I guess not. It seems. Besides Scantling, you have Sammy Watkins, who's not active anymore. Yeah, I guess that kind of is it, dude. Talking 80s, 90s, early 2000s. Desmond Moses.
How about that, dude?
You know?
But let's go to the hardwood.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Actually seems like it should be a pretty manageable
Oh,
one.
really?
Yeah,
All right,
let's start
dude.
in that far right column, moving top to bottom. Kawhi Leonard.
Top right, you said?
Yep.
1 block per game for the Spurs.
And then underneath
2%.
him, Tristan Thompson.
5%.
And then underneath him, Antonio McDyess.
Wow. Okay. McDyess, 0.03.
Right next to him on the bottom there, Joakim Noah.
Ugh. Stupid ass. I never really liked Noah that much.
Really?
I thought he complained a lot. Foul shots were annoying. The hair.
Yeah. No, I hear it. Okay. And then, let's see. Grizzlies, 10 points a game. Pau Gasol.
2%.
Nice. Okay, so Cavs and Bulls. I'm thinking Korver, but is it going to be high?
Kyle
No.
Korver.
Dead nuts, Kyle Korver. One
Wow,
of our
let's
favorites.
go,
One of our
dudes.
favorites here.
Bang.
Okay. Let's see here.
That's for football. Never mind.
Just gotta think about this for a second. Memphis Cavs. I don't think J.R. Smith was over there. Other guys, not Kevin Love, not Wade. I don't think J.R. Smith. No. I have a little bit of a stumble here, Tony.
Let's see, anything from the peanut gallery? No, nothing.
I guess go Memphis and the Cavs.
Memphis Cavs. Bit of a stumble here. Okay. This is a guy.
Oh, Steve Kerr, 9%. Bulls, Spurs.
Steve Kerr, 9.
Jay Crowder, Grizz Cavs.
Classic.
Yep.
Classic
Clam
Jay Crowder.
Chowder.
Oh. All right, so I gotta do now Spurs. Could have done Gasol.
Could have done not Crowder.
I mean, we've done this guy before. I don't know if he's gonna be high though. Seventh overall pick in 2011. By Charlotte. And then played for Charlotte until 2016. Went to Toronto.
Hansborough?
No. Then Orlando
Plumlee?
for 16 to 18. Then went back to Charlotte from 18 to 21. Played for Phoenix in 22 and 23 as a center. Then went to
What's college?
Oh, at college? I went to did not go to college. was drafted in 2011, and he was born in 92, right? So that's no college. He's out of the Republic of the Congo.
I'm not remembering who this is. Oh, Rudy. Oh, it's not that, but Rudy Gay will work.
It is not that.
Who are you?
Josh B has it. Bismack.
Rudy Gay's 24%. Go with Bismack. I don't know why.
Rudy is how much?
24.
Oh. 1% for Bismack.
Nice. So solid 33 recovery
Solid
grid
33
after the
recovery
MBS
grid.
kerfuffle. As Tony would say, the Rangers in the building, though.
Oh, wow. Okay.
With the Bruins. So
all right,
that's
relax.
nice. Let's not get
Let's not
crazy.
get too crazy
Halak?
here. Yaroslav Halak.
3%.
For Bruins,
Yeah.
Rangers, yeah. Not Kalak, Halak.
Wasn't Spencer Martin on Chicago or no?
I think you're right, but I'm not 100% sure.
No, we're thinking of somebody. Spencer
McKnight or Spencer Knight. Yeah.
Spencer Knight.
But to keep on the goalie, I guess, theme, we can do Antti Raanta.
Antti Raanta.
That's right.
You miss him being in the league?
A little bit, dude.
Rangers, Oilers.
I mean, you can go Jack Roslovic, you can go Derek Brassard.
I think Roslovic. No one remembers Roslovic was on the Rangers.
Aw, 1%. And then shit.
Taylor Hall.
Taylor Hall. I'm trying to think though, because we can do Taylor Hall for the Oilers, Sabres.
I feel like that's better because I don't know.
Right. And then, okay, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we can do Malcolm Subban. We can do Malcolm Subban for both of these. But for Buffalo, Chicago.
It feels like do Saban for the Bruins, but
I think so. No, I think I will because I'm pretty sure. And I guess maybe don't. Well, I guess we will quote. I'm pretty sure Craig Anderson played for the Blackhawks.
I'm almost positive on that. Yes, 2%.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna have a good one here, dude.
Then we're talking
Bruins Hall of Fame just inducted. Everyone forgets that he even played for them. Joe Thornton. Bang.
Well, I didn't think that was. I thought that was gonna be. I thought he was there. He started with the Sharks.
He started with the Bruins.
Oh, so yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I don't get why everyone forgets about him.
I don't know.
Because I even remember that back in my limited hockey days.
Limited.
Yeah. And I remember him getting traded to San Jose.
Chicago, again, you don't want to be obvious here. Edmonton actually could be kind of tough too.
No, but Chicago, isn't there one of those guys?
Duncan Keith was inducted not too long ago.
No, but Brett Hull, didn't he play on Chicago?
Yeah, he did.
But that you're saying that's one of the obvious guys?
Oh, no, not necessarily. I guess that's a good one.
No, I guess he didn't.
How much?
He didn't play for Chicago.
Didn't play for Chicago. All right.
What about like a Wah or a...
Wow.
No, he didn't play at Chicago.
Why did he play at Chicago?
Or Roenick. Roenick is maybe what I was thinking of.
Jeremy Roenick. That makes more sense, but I think that would be high
6.
for Chicago.
6%.
All right, you want to do that? Let's do that. Roenick. Jeremy
What
Roenick.
about Messier for the Oilers?
Yeah, Messier, Gretzky.
15 on Messier.
I feel like we had them before and we picked some guy
that we didn't know.
We looked it up, but I forgot who it was.
This, that, right?
I know. I get Messier is still good though. 11% or 15%. But still pretty good. 36.
All right.
Pretty clean.
Nice.
Yeah, dude.
So yeah, solid grids and yeah,
wow.
okay.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Anyway, Adam Oates, Bruins Hall of Fame.
Adam
we could have done it for the
Oates.
Oilers, Josh. Sorry, we thought you were stuck in Cujo world. We'll look at the comments next time. But while we have a couple minutes before we wrap up, Tony, let's just take a quick trip to the world of Major League Baseball.
Whoa.
It's deep to left. It's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yeah, what a play! Stop it, Tony. Yep.
And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight. And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So the big news post-show. I mean, really,
On
it was
Friday,
so quickly post-show.
Literally right
and
afterwards.
It's just crazy the way we were talking. It didn't seem like it was happening. But Bo Bichette, 3 for 126 with the Mets, Tony. Let's hear it.
I mean, I don't know, dude. You got to kind of love the move, to be honest, dude.
Yep.
I mean, quite the pivot away from Kyle Tucker. Obviously, you guys heard us on Friday. Kyle Tucker, obviously going to the Dodgers. So it was definitely kind of a little doom and gloom area there for the Mets.
Are you back?
No.
Better.
Oh, obviously better.
No,
yeah,
you
way
were like
better.
death row last week.
I was on death row. No, yeah, I mean, obviously looking pretty bleak, and to come in here and to swoop Bichette away from the Phillies, who were kind of favorited to get him, to be honest. The Mets coming in there, showing the checkbook here, and getting this guy who batted like 291 right last season. I know the home runs were yesterday. I think he maybe had 16 home runs last season.
Injuries.
Right? Yes, there were some injuries, missed some time, but had some clutch hits in the postseason.
18 home runs, 94 RBIs, 840 OPS, 311. What is there not to like other than the defense? But
Right.
offensively, this is outstanding.
Outstanding. The defense is a worry, especially when, like, I don't know, I'm reading articles that he's getting starts at third, I guess.
No, they said that's like he's going to be full-time third baseman.
So it should be pretty interesting to see what happens. I mean, obviously you want lockdown defense at third base. He's never played third base.
Yeah.
So, at least not in the majors anyway. So I don't know. I mean, I guess in theory, though, his defense should be better than Vientos's or Beatty's at third, I guess.
But any thought just on the defensive side here that it's like, well, he can't play short, so how's he going to play third? I mean, less ground.
Yeah.
We still got to cover ground.
It's a
Like,
hot
you still got to
corner,
make
dude.
throws.
Yeah, you have to like make throws, make plays.
Run to the bag to
Yeah,
run out,
no, so it I don't know, man. I mean, that's maybe the one thing that's a little bit of a downside. I mean, you could tell a little bit that this was, I guess, maybe a settle. I mean, it's not like if the Mets did get Tucker, they were going to get Bo Bichette too. I don't know. I don't think so. So, I mean, listen, they settled for Bo Bichette. You mentioned the offense. That's what you're looking at. You're replacing some of the offense you lost so far this postseason. So you want to be happy with that. Like I said, to see him not on the Phillies is also kind of worth it as well. So yeah, dude, I am pretty excited. I'm trying to be hopeful. Maybe with Simeon and Lindor, maybe he can, adapt to third base well and they can work, good together. But I would imagine it's going to take some time. And yes, you probably will see some errors by him early in the season, and hopefully not in big moments and big games, but, hoping he can figure it out, dude.
And then, so that was really the big news over the weekend. Also, on a more lighter note, but you mentioned the Phillies. They bring back Real Muto.
That's right.
3
years.
for 45.
Yeah.
But what do you think about the fact that his home runs, OPS, and slugging percentage have declined the last 4 seasons? And not getting any younger either. He is going to turn 35 in March. But keeping the core together, the leadership behind the plate. I mean, what do you think about the Phillies bringing him back? Had to, or
I guess that's what you're looking at is his defense. His ability behind the plate. Because I mean, you mentioned the stats. His name is getting buried in the lineup that is the Phillies.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's what you got. I guess 3 for 45 isn't horrible for a great catcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. They pretty much do the same team. Bring in Garcia. I'm guess they're trying to trade Castellanos. I don't know if anybody will take him. The Yankees will probably pick him up for nothing when he gets released for that right-handed bat.
That's right.
But the Bellinger saga continues. Reports over the weekend. I think it's up to 5 for 160, multiple opt-outs, but won't budge. And just like, they've resigned themselves. They're looking at trades now. If something good comes up, they're not waiting for Bellinger. They're just going to make the move. So you got, the continued negativity of the Yankee fans on Twitter. And it just seems like there's this overall desperation for Bellinger. And I understand, like, going into the offseason, yes, a Tucker, a Bichette, you would have wanted to sign those guys. But when we're at this point now where, I mean, Bellinger's really the only notable free agent that would fit with what you're trying to do. I mean, it's not like they're going to bring in Suarez or something. I think it's like almost like an immature thing. And there's no foresight to it with my fellow Yankee fans, where they just want a move. Like, they're so desperate for a move that they would rather like give Bellinger a 6-year to bring it back. And I've been saying in the group chat last week, it's like we're better off without him.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, especially if we're going to be frugal with our money going forward, that contract is going to come back to bite. And also, it's one of those things, too, they're talking about how on Twitter, no matter what happens, they don't re-sign him. Oh, Cashman, should have. And then if they do re-sign him, oh, how could you give him that contract? Like, you know what I mean? It's going to be one or the other. But the way you look at it, where it seems like they're probably and most likely to sign him would have to go to a 6th year. How do you, what's your take on it? Like, do you agree with me that they're just better off going with the kids, or do you think that they should budge and go to 6?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like we talk about this almost
Every day.
no, well, I'm saying every offseason where it's like, do you go with the kids?
Yes,
you know?
yes.
I feel like I would have a similar mentality, honestly, as last season, which was like, yeah, go with the kids. But it's like you have to give them time.
Right.
You have to give them at bats, like in the major leagues. You know, it can't be like moving these guys up and down. Yeah, maybe they're not doing well, send them back down, whatever. You have to, like, if you're going to decide to go with the kids, you got to decide to go with the kids and, like, give them that time. So I would do that, to be honest.
Yeah, but that's part of, like, the Josh B. JD, I'm crazy, I'm delusional. Because I said, ideally, in a year, you know, once the Grisham contract expires, that I would like my starting outfield to be Jones, Dominguez, and Judge. And it was like Ernie's giving me, like, a ha-ha about it. It's like, I'm sorry. Like, it's just like, it is not a responsible baseball thought to just assume because past prospects have failed that you can't go. Like, it's like that's such a lazy take.
Right. No, yeah. I mean, any good team has to develop. I mean, and again, I mean, just because too, like maybe poor prospects in the past or just guys haven't developed in the past, like how is that going to hinder you from bringing up a different player? You know?
Yeah. No, so I think it's nonsense. I think Jones and Dominguez, it's like, listen, I never said that they're going to be the second coming of Babe Ruth or Aaron Judge, but I think they can be really impact players, and they just, you know, financially moving forward, you know, just give you so much more flexibility. So I think at this point, that's what I like, and there's been talk about signing Austin Hayes, and it's just annoying. It feels like it's for sure, Tony, that they're going to bring in some humdrum Harrison Bader type of right-handed outfielder, but I just feel like it's like we don't need to do that. I know they feel like there's too much left-handed hitting, but the thing is, Caballero plays outfield and bats right-handed. Jason Dominguez is a switch hitter, can bat right-handed, and the same thing goes for Oswaldo Cabrera. So why do we need to bring in Austin Hayes or Harrison Bader?
Right. No, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
You know, I don't know. I just feel like those are mediocre players, and I know Bader ended up playing pretty well. Don't you think that's just flash in the pan? Like, I just can't.
Yeah, I do think so.
He's not a good player.
He's not a good player.
And he was amazing that one playoffs with us. But that was it. There was nothing else.
That's all you're gonna get from him.
Yeah. So it's kind of crazy, but it's just like I said, first spring training games, 1 week, you know, from today. So it's gonna be here before we know it. We still got Valdez out there as well. I don't know if the Mets are poking around there. We'll see. And here's Josh B with his ridiculous Reddick. Says, I guess you forgot about the guys we had tilted along at zero value for them. Nothing rush when we brought them up. Frazier, Sanchez, Bird, the list goes on, and I love Bird. Yes, but Tony just said it perfectly. Like, it's like it can't hinder you from bringing up guys just because past guys fails. You're holding that against them, even though they've never got their fair chance. You are so confident that they're not going to work. I just feel like that's a lazy take. You know, you got to give people chances, and it's like, yes, has Volpe gotten too many chances? Yes, that's why we all want to drive him to the airport. You know, so that's just my thought. But I'm really excited for the season, and it's just crazy that we're going to be playing spring training games in a month. So actually, that means I think the report dates are usually a week before for pitch and catch. So
yes,
we're give or take 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Unbelievable, right? Stoked, honestly, so jacked. Gonna be sick.
Yeah, dude, I'm pumped.
So you know, we'll see what happens with the rest of their offseason, if there's anything notable, you know, going on. And then lastly, before we get to the crew call, Tony, I know you're going to be keyed in tonight. Miami,
a little bit.
Indiana, Hard Rock Stadium. Interesting you say
Mendoza.
A little bit. I haven't heard that optimism from you before. Anything there? Or?
Well, I just feel like this is like, you know, the championship game, so I'll watch it. You've been talking about Miami a little bit.
Mendoza.
Mendoza's involved. He's going to be
Carson
obviously
Beck not
somewhat of a
attending
future
class for 2 years.
Is that right?
No, he said I graduated 2 years ago. They asked him if he had classes. He's like, I haven't gone to class in 2 years.
Oh no, dude.
Yeah.
But no, I think it should be a good game, right? And Miami are underdogs, no?
Underdogs,
Yeah.
8.5-point dogs at home, but Indiana 15-0, dominant all season.
Right.
Signetti looks like a psychopathic killer. His face, Tony. You wonder. I don't think he would leave, but you wonder if the Raiders gave him like $120 million, he'd get his guy in Mendoza if he would consider it.
I guess, right? $120 million?
You would think, but you know, I don't know. I just feel like he's like praising like the family,
Right.
the loyalty with Indiana. You
Yeah,
know, you
yeah,
just
yeah.
wonder. I don't know. But it's funny because you know, Michael Irvin's been acting, you know, like a psychopath during all these games. You wonder if it doesn't go their way. Is he gonna like leave at half? What's gonna go on? But I like this game just because it's two teams. Indiana, one that's never won one, and then Miami hasn't won you know, in over 20 years. So it's something different. It's not Alabama, Georgia.
Yeah,
It's not Ohio
Clemson.
State. It's not Michigan. It's not Clemson. So that's interesting. But I agree with John. Maybe not by 18. But I'll say Indiana by 10. I just believe in Mendoza and Signetti, and I think it really is the quickest turnaround of a program we've ever seen, honestly. And to be the first program to go 16-0, I think they deserve it. And this is a big game, I feel like, because Mendoza is pretty much locked in. I think even if he was kind of humdrum, I mean, he's still the number one pick. Everyone loves him. But this is a big game for Carson Beck. You know, he's a little older, obviously, you know, graduating 2 years ago. This is his second university. But how he looks, I think he's going to be big, and it might give him the opportunity to slide into the first round. You know, and usually, you know, older quarterbacks, even though we've seen Brandon Whedon that happen before, they don't necessarily like to draft older quarterbacks, you know, in the first round because you feel like you're already behind the 8 ball, you know, with the development. So that'll be interesting. But Miami's defense, too, has been great, but I just think it's just going to be too much. Fernando Mendoza, Kirk Signetti. I mean, the amount of preparation that's been put in this, and that's not a slight, you know, at, you know, Mario Cristobal. But, yeah, I think Indiana, you know, wins, covers, probably not a ton of points because you got some good defenses here. And then, yeah, Carson Beck, by the time, I don't know, in the middle of the next NFL season, it'll be 24. But be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how he plays. But hopefully it's a good one. But I would say the Hoosiers are going to win this game. I actually just wanted to see, too, just for shit. So it's 47.5. So I'll say Indiana on the under there. You know, I guess I would say 24-14, I think sounds pretty good. 24-14. We'll see if it comes to fruition. UConn hung on against Georgetown on Saturday, so the run continues. No side text from Michael Bucket, thank God.
MIA.
No, he's been texting about like the football games and
Okay.
stuff. Yeah. But Arizona also wins. They're 18-0. UConn moves to 18-1, and their next game, like we talked about last week, is not until Saturday against Villanova. Pollock Ewing because he's tight with St. John's, but they've went on a run. I respect it because terrible in the non-conference, but they've been great, 6-1. You know, behind UConn by a game and a half there in the Big innings.
The Huskies.
I'm ready to beat you guys though at Madison Square Garden because that was tough being there last year. And I know we're gonna get the job done this year. So that's what we got for college basketball. Knicks have been scuffling, lost to Golden State over the weekend, and they host Dallas today. You'd expect them to win, 10.5-point favorites. I guess Brunson back, and because I'm trying to see, it has been they've lost 3 in a row, and they're now 25-17. So I know Josh B probably getting a little nervous. But I think the Knicks will be just fine. Third in the East, a game ahead of Toronto, game and a half behind Boston for second. It's crazy, Boston, all the injuries with Tatum being out. They're saying he can come back from the playoffs. We'll see, but only 4.5 games back of the number 1 seed. So that's it. That's all we got, Tony. Is, according to you, is Indiana winning or no?
I was thinking Miami, honestly.
Really?
Like the underdog story.
Dramatic
here,
game, like game-winning field goal.
I would say
overtime.
game-winning drive.
Game-winning drive. Carson Beck,
Beck,
up.
fourth quarter, stock high. Yeah, definitely. Like
Cristobal in play for the Dolphins job, maybe.
Sure.
Why not, right?
Why not? I guess so,
same
right?
stadium.
I mean, yeah. Not much of a move. But then, I don't really trust me. I don't really follow.
Jay
that
texted
much,
you about
dude.
it, though, the prop bets, or no?
No. He hasn't.
No.
He has.
But I love how we timed this to a T, Tony. But we'll get you
Dialed in,
We'll get you to the crew call.
Yes.
But yeah, definitely great show today. Really appreciate everybody who tuned in and continues to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page. Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay in costume. The merch at DowntimeTV.com. Well, everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Rangers, and we will see you.
Oh, I messed it up, dude.
Mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.